Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta are sponsoring gun legislation that'll strengthen the state's concealed carry laws.
ABC 10's Morgan Reiner covers all things politics. She is live in the studio tonight with more information. Morgan, what do we know so far?
Chris and Laura, this bill was first introduced last year in response to the Supreme Court ruling that you don't have to show cause in order to get a concealed carry permit. But the bill required last year a 2/3 vote, and it failed. This time around, it just requires a simple majority because it doesn't have that clause, and Newsom said it will pass.
Senate Bill 2 will require someone who is applying for a concealed carry permit to be 21 years old to list all prior arrests, to provide 3 references to help determine if an applicant is dangerous, and a licensing authority will be required to deny anyone that they believe is reasonably likely to be a danger to themselves or others.
It's a point of contrast that we're living a moment in time when you have states like Florida moving in the exact opposite direction. It was stated earlier this week the governor of Florida wants to move without any permits or any consideration, no requirements whatsoever, none for training. Why should you be trained?
The bill also prohibits anyone from carrying more than 2 guns at a time and prohibits people from carrying guns in sensitive areas like school campuses, medical buildings, public transportation, or anywhere where alcohol is sold. But it does allow someone, like a business owner, to put up a sign on their property that says guns are allowed here.
And this is to put a strong bill on the governor's desk that's going to withstand the legal challenge that's sure to come. And by having that provision, you can't argue that it's a total prohibition. You can't argue that it's somehow so prescriptive that people can't have some sovereignty over the issue. And I think that's a legal nuance that I think helps it with constitutional muster.
Newsom is confident.
I will be signing this legislation. I don't think that, I know that. So you can ask me how, I just do.
Republicans, on the other hand, say why not enforce the 100 laws that are already on the books? In a statement, State Minority Leader Brian Jones said in part that felons freshly back on the street continue to possess guns, known prohibited persons still have them, illegal firearms proliferate, and our databases remain inadequate. As the executive branch, Governor Newsom and Attorney General Bonta are responsible for enforcing those laws.
The governor wanted to make it clear that this bill is not in response to any of the recent mass shootings, that overall, Newsom says, gun laws are working. He points to the CDC, which says California has the 7th lowest firearm mortality rate in the country.
And Morgan, I know you already have to be 21 to get a gun here in California. Why this when we're talking about the permits now?
The senator just wanted it all to be equal, 21 to buy a gun, 21 to get a concealed carry permit. But I do want to point out that California did have a law that prohibited people under the age of 21 from purchasing a semi-automatic weapon. That law was overturned by a California judge. So the senator who authored the bill said he's watching that case closely still, but still believes that this bill will be constitutional.
Our Morgan Reiner live in the studio for us tonight. Morgan, thank you.